What's up, you guys? Time is back with another LinScents video. Today we have a fragrance from the house of Ajmal, but before we get into that, just want to say thank you guys again. It is an honor to be playing on one of those electronic devices. Whether it's that cell phone, that tablet, that laptop, that Macintosh, that brand new big screen TV, whether you watch me at home, at work, on a plane, a train, or an automobile. Hey, maybe you're watching me right now. Get ready to buy some medications, some kind of cold medications, because cold season is here. And I think I might be coming down with something. The nose is quite stuffy. Nonetheless, however, wherever you watch me, it is an honor. You guys new to this channel. You like what you see, hit the subscribe button, comment, and like. Likes are very, very important. Ajmal. Before we get into that, just want to show you guys a couple of stores that I shop with right here. Also some discount codes. And honestly, it is time to start gathering up for 2024. Okay, so I actually just got one last fragrance haul before the year is up, and honestly, man, it just seems like all of us, especially the collectors, the reviewers, everyone is just out to get this, out to get that, and it just, man, I love doing this, and I'm gonna keep doing this, but man, it's just, I mean, how much more can we get? How many more different fragrances can go out there? It's almost like music, movies, or what can be done. Okay, you just got to try to find a fragrance and just see if you like it. Again, most of these fragrances are done or have been done already, and so it just comes to a point of just buying by name, buying by this, and all that. But nonetheless, let's get into this fragrance now. I have done a couple of videos on Ajmal fragrances, one being this Kafaya. I believe this is Kafaya 2 though. I think there's two of them. This one is kind of rosy, coffee, floral, very sexy, very beast mode in the cool weather, very nice sexy date night fragrance. And also Curl, which was like one of my first ever videos, which is like a Sauvage clone, if you will, and a damn good one. So if you guys ever see that one just laying around, you need some Sauvage, that is actually a very good one, Curl. Okay, so K-U-R-O, go check that out. So, Ajmal, okay? I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly, okay? Ajmal, I don't know. Who cares? Who knows? As long as I'm kind of in the ballpark, that's all that matters, okay? This one, got this one from my guy out there in California. Now, here's the thing, you guys. Again, when you guys are buying some fragrances, especially these Middle Easterns, you might pay a little bit more here. You might pay real less over here, okay? It all depends, okay? So you really got to do your research when you're looking into these places. Look for reputable sellers. And then also you got to, keep in mind, again, another thing. Some of these companies, okay, Oud Store, Bandit Fragrances, some of these are real small, just small local shops, okay? And then you got to think they are in California. Stuff is super duper expensive out there, okay? So you might spend maybe $15 to $20 more than another fragrance that someone else has it. But then again, with these two guys, Bandit Fragrance and then Oud Store, you get them really fast. So, you got to kind of give or take, okay? So whether you want stuff fast, maybe you don't mind waiting a couple weeks to get it, who knows. But with this Oud Store Bandit fragrance, you get real fast, okay? So nonetheless, let's get into this one. This one is called Ajmal Amaze, okay? Now they do have a woman version as well. And this one, there's really not much about this fragrance anywhere. There's a couple of shorts out there that are not in English, so I have no idea what the homie is saying over there. But as far as I can see, some people, from what I've seen on that video, he kind of thinks it's like a Hacivat 540 thing going on here, okay? So, I actually like the way Hacivat smells, okay? Now, I haven't smelled the real Hacivat, but I've smelled clones of Hacivat, which some people say is like Creed Aventus. I actually like Hacivat, if, Hacivat more than Creed Aventus, okay? Again, I've smelled clones of both, haven't smelled the real things. I think I've smelled the real thing of Creed Aventus a long time ago, but when it comes to those two, again, there were clones, but you can smell the similarities between the two. I actually like Hacivat overall better than Creed Aventus. So who knows if this is what that's supposed to be. I don't know what's in here, so I'm going into this blindly. Okay, so we open that up, cool little box, just nothing special, but okay, take a look at this bottle, which looks very nice, and boom, Ajmal Amaze looks very good. Is this actually a cap? I was almost gonna assume this was like a sprayer built into the bottle, the way this kind of looked, but no, that is a cap. So overall, very nice bottle. And then there we go on the bottom. We do have some batch code stuff down there and some nice stickers. So there you go. That is that. Very nice. Look at that silver cap, which looks very nice. And honestly, when you look at this, you're thinking more of maybe an Invictus type thing, but who knows? Let's get into it and see what it's all about. Now, I know 5 minutes and 51 seconds before he finally gets into the spray, but you know what? We'll try to make this part fast, okay? So here we go. Nose is a little bit clear. Used some of that nasal spray just a little while ago, so here we go. Beautiful atomizer. Very, very beautiful atomizer. Definitely a nice juicy pineapple thing going on here. So I am kind of getting a juicy pineapple, which I know is one note in Hacivat. Very juicy, very sweet pineapple, okay? And I'm getting kind of that bitter Baccarat 540 smell that you guys know. When you smell Baccarat 540 or even clones of it, okay? If you smell multiple clones, you know what you're looking for, okay? That bitterness, that kind of bitter powderiness almost that you get with that one. Kind of sweet ambery smell, okay? But let's get close. Yeah, so for the people that said this smells like Aventus, I don't think so. Whether it is a pineapple-y batch or a smokier batch, I'm not really getting Aventus from this. I do get that kind of like super duper sweet pineapple. Again, kind of that bitter saffron spiciness, okay? Smells like there might be a little bit of lavender in here. I like it, but not love it. And it is because I'm not the biggest fan of Baccarat 540. I think, regardless if I've smelled the real thing, this one, that one, you kind of can get what a clone company is trying to do when they say they're inspired by Baccarat 540. So you kind of get that, you start getting accustomed to what you think Baccarat 540 smells like. Again, it might not be the real thing, but again, we're kind of falling into that same category, that same smell, that bitter kind of this sweet spice that you get from like some saffron. Maybe there's some almond thing going on here, some little bitterness, whatever. It's definitely starting to get this nice kind of mossy earthiness going on with a little bit of citrus, maybe some bergamot, maybe lemon. So when you smell it up in the air, that's where you get that sweet juicy pineapple, kind of sweet pineapple smell. Okay, when you get closer, you get more of that lemon, that citrusy, that oak that mossy smell, that kind of earthy, woody thing going on here. Kind of almost salty, if you will, like minerally, if you will. Here's the thing with this fragrance. Again, I like it a little bit more in the air. And again, most of the time, you are going to enjoy a fragrance more based off what you smell in the air, okay? When you smell it on skin, this is why, you kind of spray it down low. So you don't, it's not all just hitting you all at once. When that air hits you, you kind of get a little bit of mixture of everything going on into that fragrance. Again, when you are smelling up close, this is where you're going to notice all the little notes, okay? You're going to try to pinpoint whatever notes are in here. That's what you're trying to do when you get close. again, when we spray down here, that's where you get all of those notes working together. When you get that breeze, you start smelling it, okay, and everything starts magically working together. And honestly, it smells much better when I'm kind of like, doing this with my hands, okay? It smells really good in the air. Again, kind of minerally, salty, oak mossy, if you will, slightly sweet and pineapple-y, what you get from, again, Hacivat. I remember Hacivat smelling really pineapple-y and kind of like citrusy, so maybe that's where they're going with this, that Hacivat, going with that pineapple-y, citrusy smell with a little bit of that oak moss, a little bit of that earthiness that you get. And again, you get a little bit of this bitterness, okay? Kind of smells a little bit like, what you would get when you smell Baccarat 540, okay? Again, I like Hacivat. Again, I think, when you guys think of a Hacivat clone, I mean, if you were to think of one of the best, you think of Vintage Parfums, or is it Parfums Vintage, whatever, okay? That's the one that I've smelled, okay, Hacivat, which is very good, very, again, pineapple-y, citrusy, this very nice smell. In fact, again, I think Hacivat, again, these are just clones, but I think Hacivat smells better than Aventus, okay? The actual Creed Aventus, okay? I mean, again, they're probably both inspired by one another. Who cares? Obviously, one is a little bit different. And again, you guys all know, Creed Aventus has different variations, okay? More smokiness, more citrus, more pineapple. So, you go off of, from those different variations. But again, I'm not in love with this fragrance. I think this is definitely gonna garner some compliments though. And sometimes you like a fragrance because of the compliments it gives you. Okay, even if that's one question I actually threw out there not too long ago is, would you rather have a fragrance that only you can smell, that you highly, highly enjoy, or a fragrance that you highly enjoy that more people can smell and you get compliments? So a fragrance that you can actually smell, you enjoy it a lot, okay, and you don't get any compliments. Or would you like to wear a fragrance that you're not so much in love with, but you get a compliment here, there, everywhere, okay? I mean, I think that's a kind of a tough question to actually ask, because as much as we always like wearing fragrance for ourselves, we can't deny that a lot of times that we wear these fragrances, we are kind of almost expecting someone to say something, okay? Especially if it's a damn good smelling fragrance. You spray it on, you're like, oh my God, this smells good. I'm going to go out there. Someone's going to say something. And you get that one day when no one says a damn word to you and you kind of all hurt in your feelings. So with that being said, again, this is not a love fragrance. I do like it. I'm not in love with it, okay? This is kind of like a right there for me right now fragrance. But again, if you like that Hacivat, that pineapple-y, kind of oak mossy, that earthy, minerally smell that you get, a little bit of bitterness, okay? Again, I already know some of you guys will be like, yo, you didn't never smell the real thing, but I've smelled really good quality clones, okay? Not the dollar store clones, okay? Like the Duas, the Alexandrias. You guys all say they both make good clones, okay? A lot of you guys say they're really good. They're up there on, the top tier of clone makers. And so again, you get that bitterness. That is the problem with this fragrance, is you kind of take something that I really like, that Hacivat, and then and if this is where they're going, Baccarat 540, something around there, who knows, and they're trying to take a little bit of that, that's where I'm kind of not in love with this fragrance, because I don't really like Baccarat 540. I think it's a little bit, to me, it's, a little bit overrated. And again, you guys are going to say you haven't smelled the real thing, so you don't know. But again, I've smelled really good clones of it, and honestly, it never did nothing for me. So again, that is the thing with fragrance. What I like, you might not like, and vice versa. What you might not like, I like. So with that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. Again, this is that Amaze. Very nice bottle. Very nice. And again, I'm not going to discount this fragrance just because I'm not in love with it. I'm definitely going to wear it because, again, I really think this fragrance is going to get compliments, okay? It is, what pineapple fragrance really doesn't get compliments? Most pineapple-y fragrances will get you compliments, okay? And all of you guys say Baccarat 540 is a compliment monster. So you put the two together, I mean, I'm gonna get the compliment, so I'm gonna wear it for that reason alone. Okay, if I really just want, someone to uplift my spirits a little bit by saying, "Hey, man, you smell good," I will definitely rock this. Okay, but again, it is not something that I want to wear just for my own enjoyment. Okay, this is more for, well, I want everybody to smell it. Okay, I think more people will enjoy it more than not enjoy it. So, with that being said, again, this is Ajmal Amaze, and again, it could be a Hacivat Baccarat 540 thing. I don't know. You don't know. We don't know. Who cares? That's what I'm coming up with. Okay, so that's what I've seen from the guy that spoke no English, but he did have some words on there that said Baccarat 540 and Hacivat, and that he said it. I kind of get that, where he's coming from. So, with that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. And if you guys did, hit the likes, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Peace out. Yeah.